And good morning and welcome to day 2 of Gateway to the Best, the MRDA National Championship. This is Bob Noxious. I'm sitting with Magilla Gorilla and Magilla. This is a matchup right now of Magic City and your mom from Iowa. Well, not really his mother from Iowa,
Correct.
but your mom roller derby from Iowa. Everybody in the MRDA has been waiting for since the day these two teams came together.
Well, this is going to be a real contrast in styles too, Bob Noxious. We're going to talk about a very physical team.
Actually, the only reason I'm going to stop you for a second is this is actually the most similar in styles that we're going to see. You saw, and I know you've only seen Magic City once. Magic City played Puget Sound. That was the most contrasting styles that team had ever played before. But they adapted so well you wouldn't have known it.
Yeah, they seem to be very different. We're already off to a really quick start here. Your mom's jammer, number 69, Twinkle Toes, starts off with getting lead jam right away.
Yeah, and behind him is Chuck Best. We saw Chuck Best yesterday rack up some serious points.
Folks at home are going to find a unique naming here for the Magic City skaters. They're going by their real names.
Well,
don't expect the fancy funny names.
Not quite as unique as your mom's derby name.
No, well, everybody has a little different style, right?
With all the rough and tumble there,
yes.
It's just everything about them is very much fun and funny, except they're really serious when it comes to playing the game.
I would agree. 1 point on that jam there for your mom, so they're up very early, 1-0.
And we are looking at the number 4 seed of Magic City against number 1 seed. Right there, we're going to see a brick wide open. That's number 9. That's going to be Frank Not Sohatra.
But 2 back-to-back jams we see here, Bob Noxious, where both jammers are able to get out very quickly. So that's a great job of Magic City being able to push the action, and the jam will be called off very quickly there.
Yeah, these are two teams that really don't like slow derby.
No, you can tell already they're coming out blazingly fast.
Yeah. I mean, Puget's job really yesterday, if they were to pull it off, was to hammer them and slow them down, and we did see just a vicious, brutal, like I said, it was a Slayer weekend. Bodies dropped.
It was such a physical game. It really was. And to think that Puget had to go back out last night and play again and did so well against Dallas was just a testament to their fortitude.
And like I said, very uncharacteristic for Magic City. That's not the type of game that they like to play, but they will play whatever they have to. This is the type of game Magic City likes to play. They like to be turned backwards and blocking, leveraging their bodies. It's a style that is really almost unique to them.
Jeremy Strecker there gets lead jam for Magic City, number 19. First lead jam for Magic City this morning, very early on.
Jeremy Strecker basically putting on a show yesterday as well. Some of these guys looked impossible to knock over. Strecker plowing through corners.
You know, I know that they're similar in size. Both sides very large, both teams very large, but it just feels like Magic City's a bigger, burlier team.
I would agree that they probably are a little bit bigger. But you're talking about a speed skating team in your mom against a jam skating team in Orlando's Magic City.
And Magic City's on the board with 3 points on that jam. 27 minutes left to go, in the first half.
And of course, we want to let you know that these two teams are playing to continue through the championship. And I can't think of anybody that wants it more than the Misfits.
Well, they are kind of the great unknown going into this tournament. They didn't play anyone else that's in the actual tournament this year. And so we didn't know what we were going to get, really. And, you know, you do the transitive property of Derby, and you wonder how they're going to turn out. And we're going to find out here today.
We saw a scrum start out. Bodies all over the place. Right now it's number 44. That's going to be Mike Coward.
Mulatto Madness is out there for your mom.
And there we go.
Inside line there, Mulatto Madness gets lead jam. Once again, though, Magic City able to get their jammer out.
Interesting about that second turn, Johnny Weichel had problems with that corner yesterday.
Nice inside step move there by Mulatto Madness. Gets 4 points, calls off the jam. No points for Magic City, so that will push the lead for 8 for your mom to 3 for Magic City.
And I think the speed really shows there. He got by Christopher Smith on the inside, maybe the most nimble, smart blocker you'll see play. And inside line open is not something he's going to let happen very often.
No, yesterday we saw a lot of penalties being assessed to both Magic City and Your Mom in their bouts. Right now, Magic City down 2 blockers, and they're unable to stop a very quick inside move there by Twinkle Toes. Jammer for Your Mom, and he gets lead jammer right away.
And Chuck Best is going to get through the pack afterward. And number 69, Twinkle Toes, going to hit the pack. Chuck Best about half track behind.
Nice job of the blockers of Magic City to slow down the jammer there. Try to allow their jammer to get back into it, and he does.
In fact, by the time he calls it off, nope. Chuck is saying, I got a couple out of that.
Couldn't get his hips around the other hips, I guess.
But again, that, you know, we see a lot of backward skating these days, but in most cases it's not done right. You know, when you see somebody backward skating and they're not locked shoulder to shoulder, you are left wide open for a blast in the sternum that's going to probably keep you from skating backwards for a long time. Yeah.
Lesson learned.
I mean, what you'll see here is the Misfits as they get started. Oh, and here we have Derek Hawkins.
Frank Not-So-Hotro, number 9 for Your Mom, tries to go outside.
Derek Hawkins is going to get through first.
Boy, what a quad race that was.
But it's not going to make probably much of a difference. We'll see if Hawkins takes a shot at him.
Minor was assessed there on the Magic City Jammer, so he is not lead jammer.
Oh,
Frank
okay.
Not-So-Hotro did get the lead out of that.
God, you're observant.
You know.
You are.
I try.
I know. I had such lower expectations.
Well, I'm trying to raise the bar a little bit. Starting off early. Normally, Sunday morning tournament day is like, you know, the 7th, 8th seed, the 9th, 10th seed.
Yeah.
Instead, we have a semifinal. So
and you're normally singing in the church choir.
That's
right
correct.
now.
I normally am. I took a day off from that. And,
soprano, I understand.
Correct. Yes,
yeah?
I have. I like to hit the high notes.
I have a lot of respect for that.
Well, we all have hobbies. Looks like we'll have a timeout on the track here. Chance to say hello to some of our sponsors this morning. Rydell Skates, Rydell Skate Design, Performance, Comfort, and Fit are challenged on a daily basis. Stop by their booth here at the event to learn why their boots are the choice of top skaters everywhere, or you folks at home can visit them at rydellskates.com. That's roller.rydellskates.com.
And as long as we got a timeout here, McGill, I'm going to take a look at some of the information that's been passed along to us. I mean, the things that I studied.
Yes.
And Zed and Stryker are quoted as saying, I don't know if this was in unison or one of them talking for both, but it says, although the seating makes it unlikely, I'd love to skate against Magic City. That's Stryker. And we'll start with the action here.
That is number 12, B.S. Smacker, who powers his way through quickly to get lead jam for Your Mom.
Man, I'm so surprised at that.
Once again, though, Magic City doing a great job of getting their jammer out. That is allowing them to stay in this one. 4 points there on the board for Your Mom. 23 minutes and some change to go here in the first half, and the lead now 18 for Your Mom, 3 for Magic City.
Thank you, Miguel. And but Stryker says, when I watched the championships last year and saw they played, it opened my eyes to an entirely new concept of how to play roller derby. They have some of the best skaters I've ever seen play. I would love to learn a lot by playing them. And that's a tremendous compliment.
Great compliment.
And, of course, this is Your Mom's very first time in the MRDA champs.
Yeah, they were just shy last year, and it was a motivating factor for the team. They didn't want to be coming up short again, and they come in as the number 1 seed, so quite the turnaround in 1 year's time.
Oh, Johnny Weichel with a nice spring block is... Yes, he's going to get it. That's going to be number 44, Mike Cowart.
Mulatto Madness, number 1 for Your Mom, still not out, just finally gets his way through. The skaters coming up on their scoring pass.
Oh, Powder with a nice screen. Christopher Smith. That's just a basketball screen, and you'll see him use that once in a while.
Yeah, that was a very nice effort there of just using your body, like I said, in basketball, to screen to allow your scorer to get through. 1 point on the board there for Magic City. Lead now 18-4, favoring Your Mom with 22 minutes left to go here in the first half.
And, of course, if there's any game we could probably borrow a lot of things from, it really is basketball.
Yes.
Little surprised that we don't see screening like what Christopher Smith does, and as many body fakes as we see.
Right.
You know?
Well, you do see that sort of that side-to-side juke where you kind of give them the left and you go right kind of thing. You see that a lot, but Not as much of the screens, though.
And Chucky Best out there right now with a big day. Like I said, yes, I can't get through the four wall up front. He's looking to get around the outside, and he's going to hit the ground.
Twinkle Toes pushing his way up for Your Mom. Tries to go outside as well. Gets edged out.
He doesn't get edged out. He gets tossed out. He was ejected, and not by the umpire staff, the ref staff.
He was bludgeoned out.
And right now, both packs had a stalemate. Neither jammer able to do much of anything.
Yeah, this has been the tightest blocking we've seen so
far. Oh, man. Twinkle Toes gets his world rocked again. I think that was Derek Calkins.
Neither jammer still able to get the momentum they need to get through. Great blocking on both sides.
Chuck Best willing to be patient with this. I don't know if lead jam was attained.
No signal yet.
Oh, Chuck there with a nice duck under. He's got one more to beat. He is through.
And what a beating both jammers have taken on this one. Chuck Best looks like he's ready to just call it off. With only about 30 seconds left in that jam. I think he felt the better part of valor was just to shut it down.
I don't know. I'm a little surprised by that.
Maybe
unless he's hurt.
A little bit of the wind knocked out of you. That was a very physical play there.
Yeah, but with 30 seconds and jammer that was
still getting
dead to rights yet in the pack, you would think you would take one pass at it.
20 minutes left to go here in the first half. Lead 18-4 in favor of Your Mom.
And right now, Magic City with the blocker advantage. Let's see if they can put that to use.
Boy, everything started off so quickly, and now we've just gone
Christopher Smith falls over the top of their jammer, Frank Not So Hatra.
We've just gone to such a much more physical game here in the last two jams. Both sides walls doing a great job. Front wall right now, Magic City holding back. Frank Not So Hatra, the back three.
Oh, Derek Calkins gets shot through the wall, but I think Frazier with Heron with just a little too much mustard on that one shoots him out of bounds.
Frank Not So Hatra gets through, gets lead jam, and circles about very, very quickly because the packs were just about standing still. Scoring pass is complete, and that is our first grand slam of the bout. A 5-point jam there for Frank Not So Hatra of Your Mom.
I'll tell you, Calkins had gotten shot and through that, and then one of the Your Mom players comes up and just took a blast. A lot of bodies on the floor.
Frank Not So Hatra comes back around there at turn one, plans to call the jam off, doesn't do so. Magic City makes it through and gets 1 point out of the deal.
You know, the thing I love, Seahorses Forever, the guy never stops smiling.
No.
I swear you could punch him in the face and he'd still smile.
He operates on a different place.
Yeah.
He's a different kind of guy. So
at first I thought the name was kind of strange, and the more I watch him, I think it fits.
No, it's spot on. Spot on. 18 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the first half. Your Mom up 24-5.
And that is no disrespect to him.
No, not at all. Looks like we have a timeout on the track.
I have to admit, I'm a little surprised by this. Obviously, it's way early.
Yes, it is.
But this is something I thought was really going to be an every other jam exchange. This could change at any moment. We haven't had a power jam yet.
No, and that means we're going to have one because you cursed it. That's the announcer curse.
Okay. But I didn't say who.
Right. No, I know.
So I'm safe that way.
Yeah, you are safe.
Thank you.
Just whoever, yeah.
I like to operate that way.
I know you do.
I'm fragile.
You are fragile.
Yeah, I am.
The comment section's probably filling up right now. They're so upset with you.
Yeah, I know.
Folks, if you are interested in taking your derby to the next level, use Ringster. You can use Ringster to record and publish roller derby statistics in real time. To learn more, visit them at www.ringster.com. That's RINXTER, ringster.com.
Yeah, don't put the K in it. Won't work.
No, I did that once. It didn't. I got to the wrong site.
I know. We all heard about it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It was very well published.
Very embarrassing.
In fact, I believe that is one of the things that they put at the top of the Ringster page is your example.
Yes.
And we're going to get started here again. And we've got Jeremy Strecker out there for Magic City. And number 12, Hunter Collins.
B.S. Macker. And lead jam goes to Magic City.
I'm sorry, you're right. Yes, right. I'm looking at the wrong side of the roster.
Jeremy Strecker makes it through first, goes back around, goes to the inside.
Oh, nice inside move. He's going to hit it and quit it. It looks like he's going to get 4 out of that. Or maybe I can't tell.
I think that might be a 3 spot. We'll find out. Yep, it is a 3 spot, so that does put 3 points on the board. 24 for your mom, 3 for Magic City. 8 for Magic City. My apologies. I think we've got ourselves a technical issue here on site with the clock.
Well, it's either that or the fact that because Magic City lined up at the pivot line, they had to review the rules to find out what that was for.
What are those guys doing at that far line? What is that about? Well, currently the in-house clock here suggests that there's 29 minutes left to go in the bout, and I would suggest that that's probably incorrect. Either that
we knew they were fast.
Yes, this is a form of torture, other than that. So.
Yeah. Johnny just
he was like, wait a minute, I'm not going to skate for 29 more minutes before halftime.
Yeah, that's right. Did you see how we played yesterday? Because we're still not quite healed up yet.
We're a little tired.
Well,
I think this is not the great start that Magic City wanted, but they're really within striking distance. It's so early, Bob. 24 points on the board for your mom, so plenty of time to get back into it, plenty of time to work your game.
Well, I think it's always, when 2 teams have this much talent and they've never played each other before, it's going to take a little bit of time to try to figure out what the moves are going to be, what they're going to do. I'm sure that they've seen each other on film. They've watched each other at Spring Roll. They were both there, though they never met.
And we did see our first change in tactics there by Magic City. They did not line up for the old scrum start. Mulatto Madness pushing the front of the pack for
Oh, and he
your
gets
mom.
by Christopher Smith. Don't see that very often. And we're going to see Mike Howard out there. He gets through the pack. Oh, nice job by Christopher Smith. He sends him to the inside into the NSOs. Wow. And then he signals. He's looking at him going, yeah, go ahead, signal, call off the jam.
You can call off the jam now. you should do that.
And
well, one thing Magic City does really well is they set up their fellow teammates for these blocks like this. They seem to sort of know where they are in space.
Yeah,
and they give them the option to finish off.
They have a tendency to work in threes, and we're going to see them start from a knee. That's going to be split packed, and both skaters are off. That's going to be number 69 out there, Twinkle Toes.
Twinkle Toes makes it on the inside. Gets
Chuck
lead
Best
jam.
out there for Magic City.
So Magic City tries to mix it up with a change in tactics. So far, no lead jams out of that change yet. 2 jams of making that attempt.
Oh, I'll tell you, now I'm starting to think that now that they're matched up against their own speed, it's not too often that you see Jeremy Strecker go to lay a hit on somebody and totally miss.
Yeah.
He got through so much faster than he expected.
Well, you can't really practice against speed. And that's always the thing in sports. You have to feel it on the track, and you have to adapt to it. Right now, 28-8 lead in favor of your mom with 15:50 to go in the first half.
And we have started. Actually, a traditional start. They pull off the pivot line.
Yes. Frank Not-So-Hatra there for your mom, ready to go.
Trying to keep the pack from splitting, but it's split. I think they're a little confused because they were looking for 1 whistle instead of 2.
They're not used to that style.
Oh, but covered around the outside! Oh, he's your lead jammer. Oh, and again, we see the skates come out from underneath him.
That's Mike Coward. He gets outside untouched. Very rare to see that against your mom. He does fall, though, and that really killed his momentum there.
Oh, and do they plow an inside opening for him?
Nice effort of Frank Not-So-Hatra to get 1 point. 4 points, though, for Magic City. They crossed the double-digit barrier, now down 29-12 with 14:45 to go in the first half.
But Magic City's blocking style, as we were talking about before, is often to see 3 guys kind of wall up against the jammer, and then two of them decide, depending on which side the jammer goes to, once they have him slowed down, two of them are going to fence him off to either the inside or the outside and keep him held up as long as they can. Sometimes the whole jam.
Yes.
And that you're seeing that right now. And look at that Jeremy Strecker on the outside.
Well, that was almost a mirror image of the previous jam. Jammer 4, Magic City goes outside. Jammer 4, Your Mom gets stymied there at the front.
And it'll be interesting to see. I think Strecker's going to want to try to put some points up. It's all his guys at the back. Nah, I think that's going to go even.
Looks like they awarded 3 points possibly for Your Mom, and the 4 spot goes to Magic City.
Oh, better than I thought.
Yeah. You were right, though. He had to make a tough choice there. All of his guys were at the back of the pack. Your Mom was doing a great job of really pushing themselves up ahead.
Now, Christopher Smith talking to the officials who are going to take a timeout. Christopher Smith using his hands to indicate some kind of illegal procedure. So we will see. Actually, if there was a missed illegal procedure call, that is one of the few things that should be easy to identify.
Yes.
We actually saw yesterday Magic City. Another questioning. Christopher Smith being able to talk about this. He's pointing at the C on his.
No, look. See?
Yeah.
It says it here.
I'm the captain.
I'm allowed to be here.
But they actually argued a major track cut call on Chuck Best yesterday, and it was overturned. That's only the second time I've seen that happen. They put him. So what they did was, after the jam was done, they, of course, is when they're able to challenge it. They then put a jammer back in. But let's be thankful it wasn't a 4-point game or whatever, because you might be able to fix that 30 seconds, but not the 30 seconds that transpired.
No. So with 13:37 left to go, it's Your Mom 32, Magic City 16. Signs of life for Magic City in the last 2 or 3 jams here, Bob. So we're seeing what we thought we'd see, is adapting quickly.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of nerves and a little bit of just trying to feel each other. Oh, look at Derek Hawkins right over the top of the other block. Look at that, he's to the outside. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Derek Hawkins, that's Mike Cowart.
Mike Cowart has liked to go outside. Mulatto Madness still back amongst the scrum of the packs for Your Mom. This is the best scoring opportunity we've seen today.
This Mike Cowart's going to get. Oh, does he make it? He stays on his feet, and then he gets hit.
That was brutal. He was just inches there, and he does go through for the 5-point national grand slam.
Johnny Weichel just stakes Mulatto Madness and pancake blocks him.
And then asks him to come back for more.
Yes, sir, I'll have another. As Mike Cowart's going to go through for yet another pass.
He's trying to. Seahorses Forever has slowed him down, though.
But Mulatto Madness still not through, so no reason for Mike Cowart at this point to stop. Mulatto Madness going to pull back and play defense.
Mulatto does make it through finally.
And
jam is going to be called off. Mike Cowart had seen enough. Your Mom's defense had really turned up a notch there.
And there's another time where I have to question why. You know, when the game this close and you're picking up momentum, yeah, he is dead to rights, but at the same time, you saw where his blockers were moving up to try and help spring him. And if Mulatto Madness gets through, you've not given anything up. He's not been through the pack yet.
Well, we're seeing a little more conservative approach from Magic City. I think they're afraid to let Your Mom get into this one on a jam like that when they've taken the advantage. 32-24 now.
I'm going to say it was a mistake.
See, I'm the gentle giant. Yeah, I'm being kind.
You are. And I love these guys. They know that. That's Chuck Best, and Chuck Best is going to end up down into the ground.
Twinkle Toes does make it through. Gets lead jam for Your Mom, so they end this little scoring streak run here.
And Chuck Best through the pack at this time. Again, Chuck Best just absolutely a superhero yesterday. Oh, nice job right there by Derek Hawkins. Sorry, not Derek. Tim Kugler.
Jam is called off.
That 86 and 8D, sometimes when you see it from the arm, look a little
Folks, it is early in the morning. Derby is a night sport. We're night owls, you see. You got to cut Bob Noxious some slack.
Well, you and I both have reproduced, which genetically has been ill-advised.
Yes, that's correct.
And so we are a little more used to being up earlier.
That is true.
So you're actually listening to the most coherent announcers of the morning
that we could assemble this early in the morning.
Yeah.
32-24. Lead remains in favor of your mom with 10:50 to go here in the first half.
And this time we do have Derek Hawkins out there. He's trying to get past Seahorses Forever. Oh, nice spring block by Johnny Weichel. And,
Boy,
I tell you right there, Peter Pan.
Yeah. And we have ourselves the first power jam of the morning. Frank Not-So-Hatra gets lead jam for your mom. Your mom's 2 blockers stop things over there on turn 3, and Frank Not-So-Hatra will have a chance to go.
Or a chance to be stuck.
Yeah, it's a good point. A chance to stop.
I mean, one of the things that we found yesterday was the power jam never really killed Magic City because they rarely give up more than 5 points.
And we actually saw that across different bouts, really. It was only a handful of bouts we saw big power jams at all yesterday.
You're trying to just up me on that.
I just tried to.
Yeah.
I was trying to explore.
I'm never going to go. I'm not even going to ask you for fish.
No. I was trying to explore the space. Another grand slam, though. 10 points so far in this jam. Big move here in the point differential.
Yeah, I think this is the only time we've seen. I think this is maybe the second 10-point run we've had. I think Derek Hawkins might have had 2 grand slams earlier. Johnny Weichel right now gonna miss.
15 points, 3 grand slams, and there's still about 30 seconds left to go in this jam.
And Seahorses Forever up against Christopher Smith. He's just loving this.
He loves every second of it. Well, these teams want to play again today, 7 o'clock tonight. Central Standard Time will be the national championship for men's roller derby.
Well, I'm trying to think of the way the bracket works out. I believe that, whoever gets eliminated here is done.
I think they will play for a chance at 3rd place, correct?
I don't have a bracket.
I'm getting a nod to my right.
Okay.
So I'm going to take that as a yes. 48-24 in favor of your mom with just under 9 minutes
left
to go.
There we go. Jeremy Strecker there. They do a nice job. The 3-man up front for Magic City holding up number 12, Hunter Collins.
Number 12, B.S. Smacker for your mom. Does finally make it through.
Number 4 out there.
4-point jam there. The old hit it and quit it.
T.J. Binkley saying, get out of the way. Pardon me, sir, but you must move.
You must move, thank you.
Yeah. It's kind of being in the airport when that cart comes through.
Yes, that's right.
Get out of the way, I'm going to run into you.
You have to deal with it. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. 48-28 in favor of your mom. Right now, that power jam looms large in the difference in points. Magic City had cut it down to 8.
And if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Bob Noxious and Magilla Gorilla. We are calling the Magic City Misfits against your mom. This bout determines who moves on and who doesn't have a chance at the championship.
A lot of madness gets through, gets lead jam for your mom.
And if you're just tuning in, you picked a darn good time to do it.
You did.
Because this is turning out to be exactly what we expected, one of the most exciting games of the tournament. Oh, nice job. Oh, nice job right there. Derek Hawkins runs him out of bounds. I think he cuts the – I think they're going to discuss whether or not he cut the track and then called off the jam.
Magic City in mass standing up, making the track cut signal. Not that they're biased or anything.
It was a darn good play is what it was.
Yeah, it was. I think they're going to talk about it, and the captains and the coaches have assembled with the referee staff in a brief timeout.
I think that's one thing that's really interesting about what we've seen all weekend here. First off, we hope that you're tuning in and that you enjoy men's derby because you darn well should.
I agree.
But at the same time, the sport is young, and there's a lot of you out there that may have probably have seen startup leagues, leagues that have a year or so behind them.
Right.
But when you get to this level, instead of seeing 2 or 3 guys that are kind of average and one or two guys that are really outstanding and to the point where they're mismatched as a team.
Right.
Now you are seeing teams play at an equal level of talent, and it's spectacular.
And it's fast. And sometimes the eye makes you think you see something that you actually didn't see. There's no way he could have made that. He didn't. No, actually he did. He's that good of an athlete. He did do
exactly.
That.
And it's the speed, it's the agility, it's the triple sow cow in the second turn.
That's right.
You know,
it's these spin moves these guys can pull off.
Oh my goodness!
It would make me dizzy for a week. So they're going to talk about that last jam a little bit here, and the referees are now assembling in the center of the track to cover it with everybody.
I have a feeling that this might go their direction. I saw TJ Binkley kind of look over and then put his thumbs up. We'll see. Of course, if you watch enough NFL.
I was just going to say the same thing. Whenever there's a fumble in the NFL, both sides have the ball, if you ask the player's perspective. So, thumbs up from your mom. No change in the proceedings, it appears.
No.
So Twinkle Toes out there for your mom on the jam line. We have both sides with full packs. Haven't seen that for some time.
I think it's Jeremy Strecker that's back there. From our perspective, it's a little sometimes it takes a few seconds before we can figure out who
I'm going to say that you are correct.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
Jeremy Strecker was going to go around the outside. It almost looked like he cut it too quick. And, he can't stick the other foot in bounds.
Boy, that was tough because he was free. He did get rewarded lead jam, though. So he's got that going for him.
Which is nice.
It is very nice. If you got to have something, at least you got to get lead jam.
And they held him up long enough that Jeremy Strecker's going to get through. And right now, number 69, that's going to be Twinkle Toes, is still not made it through the pack yet.
He is not dancing through that pack.
And he's got 3 blockers. And right now they're looking for a bridge, or they're going to have to let him go. And that's what they do, is they let him go. And, of course, St. Louis not known for its bridges, just as arches.
That's right. St. Louis reference. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Wait till I get to the arch support one.
Am I going to still be on the microphone when that happens?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. So, 3 points there for Magic City, Bob. 20-point differential, 51 for your mom, 31 for Magic City. 5:50 to go here in the first half.
We might have to play more tomorrow.
You think?
These guys are going to be – they're not going to be able to get these guys up off the benches when it's
I'm going to have to call my boss. I need the day off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Got some derby to do. Frank not so hot.
Fortunately, because Brown Paper Tickets makes me available to be able to do these events, I'm actually on the clock.
Well, I'm not going to say I'm jealous, but I am going to say that I'm jealous. Frank not so hot out there for your mom.
And, of course, it's being a Brown Paper Tickets event. Derek Hawkins trying to, smash and crash and trying to get his way through.
Back to physical play again. We see it just shifts from jam to jam. Sometimes it's a speed game, sometimes it's a battle.
And Frank's going to get through first. He's going to be your lead jammer. And your mom roller derby, just both teams just so amazing. Seahorses Forever just really negating Christopher Smith right now. Not an easy job.
And that turns into a 5-point natural grand slam for Frank Natsuhatra. He has been on a scoring tear in the first half.
I think Derek Hawkins was just compressed about to half his width.
And just like we saw the last time Frank Natsuhatra was out there, he is going to go on a power jam here. 10-point jam. He calls the jam off. I guess your mom wants to put out a power pack.
Yeah. And, in that particular case, if they've got if they've got a special lineup for this, that's a decent move. He hadn't even gotten anywhere close to the pack yet. So.
Right. 10 points extends the lead 61-31 with just under 4 minutes to go here in the first half.
And Derek Hawkins had just hit the penalty box, so he's probably got a good 50-55 seconds left.
And this is actually a your mom timeout, which is interesting. You would think after something like that, maybe Magic City would want to cool things out a little bit and talk about it. But I think your mom's got strategery to discuss.
You're right. I think that when you take a look at timeouts, I mean, generally we always look at them as defensive.
Right.
But maybe the one thing that they might be thinking at this point in time is, you know what, we've got an opportunity here to do some, to put this thing 20 points out. And if that's the case, I think that is a pretty good timeout, for offensive purposes.
Well, and this is a pivotal time here in the first half. Under 4 minutes, a handful of jams left to go, 30-point differential right now in favor of your mom. If they can get themselves a monster power jam here, they can really, really drive a stake and make it a challenge, an uphill climb for Magic City the rest of the way. And you don't want to be in an uphill climb against a team like your mom.
So basically you took what I said and made it sound better.
I did, and that's kind of what I do. Okay. That's why they have me here.
Yeah, all right, I get that.
BS Smacker will be the jammer.
I've heard you use big words, too.
I try to use big words when I can, but I've toned that down this morning so as not to confuse you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
BS Smacker will go out there, the jammer for your mom, and we've got a little poodling going on. So that will.
And it could be his last poodle ever.
His last poodle ever.
Yeah.
That's very good.
You
know why?
It might be a nostalgic time.
That's right. We will someday maybe have a video of just people poodling that we could look at home to reflect back with nostalgia.
Obviously reflecting on the fact that as of January 1st, we will go to an all-major system. So there will be no reason to. Well, if you do poodle, it was kind of a bad idea.
Yeah, they'll be looking at you like you're a fool.
And right there, he's going to get through very quickly. Hunter Collins.
Interesting enough, though, he did not do so cleanly. He got a minor track cut on that, so he is not actually the lead jammer, even though he is the only jammer on the track.
And that fouls things up pretty well if they hold him up here.
This is a chance for Magic City to really turn this around.
The leg strength of your mom matches up against, again, Magic City so well that you don't see them often push that far back that quickly.
B.S. Smacker gets through for 5 points, Grand Slam scoring there.
And Christopher Smith going to take a different angle on him that time so that he can't be pushed quite so far. That's going to be a second.
So 10 points. Very interesting. This is most power jams seem to go very quickly. This is kind of a slow, actual power jam. And it comes to a close.
And Calkins gets through. He can call it off. And I thought he crossed the hips, but apparently he does not.
He does a 720, I believe. I don't even think that was a 360.
A 720 with a knack, I believe.
Yes. Something.
With a tail grab?
Yes. I don't know. I mean, you might know ice skating better than me. I don't know.
That's skateboarding.
Oh, okay. That too. I don't know.
I watch the X Games.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do. Don't put me on. No, I don't. Do you think I ride on a skateboard? No.
I put you into a box there. I apologize. I judged you. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes and some change to go.
I'm a simple man.
Simple things. 76 for your mom, 31 for Magic City. So Power Jam was successful, but not the blowout that your mom was hoping for.
Well, 15 points though
that's huge.
It's been pretty big for this game.
And Frank Natsuhatra back out there, the most effective jammer so far for your mom today. Proves it again and gets lead jam.
Hunter Collins out there right now. Didn't see Hunter a whole lot yesterday up against the bigger bodies of Puget Sound. Hunter's going to get forced out of bounds, and that's going to be an easy pass right there for Frank.
He has been piling on the points this morning already.
He must be invisible because I'm so amazed at how quickly he gets through that Magic City pass.
He really does. That is 2 natural Grand Slams just in no time flat. I mean, this jam still has well over a minute to go, and he's already put up a 10 spot.
Oh, nice screen. Just a nice little screen to get him through by Peter Pan.
But now that was even strength. It's so strange. We just had a power jam, 15 points.
Yeah.
And your mom responds with a 14-point even strength jam. Up to 90 points now with a minute to go. 90 for your mom, 31 for Magic City. So we are starting to see some separation here, Bob.
Yeah, we're looking at a 90-31 score, 54 seconds left in the first half.
Magic City's searching for answers here. They're going to have a lot to talk about at halftime. They've got to find something, get them back into this. Twinkle Toes out there right now for your mom.
And he's going to get through. And right now, Magic City, surprisingly, has been dominated. In the last 4 jams, your mom has started to take this thing and really, look at that, Christopher Smith knocked back onto his backside, but your mom has really turned around and opened this up so to make it a very difficult game.
Yes, it will be.
For Magic City to come back from.
And the jam is over. 3 points on the board.
And we'll see. I don't think they're going to get one off here.
I don't think so either. Clock shows triple zeros. Right now with 93 for your mom and 31 for Magic City, and that will do it for the first half. Excuse me, Bob.
And when you take a look at this, I'm just a little surprised. Still been a great game.
Yes,
I mean,
it has.
Oh my goodness, how much fun to watch, one way or the other. Just the athleticism, but you just get the feeling that maybe Magic City's a little flustered because they're. For a team that generally has amazing track awareness, we have now seen, especially towards the end here, the jammers are coming through wide open inside lanes, things like that. Just basics that, the first thing you learn in Derby is hold the inside lane.
Yeah, and they're getting through so quickly, and the speed of those jammers allows them to get back around so fast that it's just like a lightning bolt. It's a strike so quickly that you can't adapt to.
And that is the Misfit style,
Yeah.
but they probably haven't had to match up against that same type of thing.
No,
and maybe there's more to be said about that than we ever would have thought.
That's true. And
maybe the hardest team to play is themselves.
Exactly. Oh, mental game. The mental. No, you're right though. I agree.
No, seriously.
I mean, you've got to. You see a different contrast yesterday. They had that physical bout. They've had to shift over to a different style, and we're going to see if they can adapt here at halftime, going into the second half down big.
Yeah, and I tell you with that, we'll give you your 15 minutes to go grab something. You know what? It's morning. Go have your Wheaties.
Yeah, go
or your oatmeal.
Yeah.
Oatmeal will help you with your cholesterol.
Right.
Wheaties will help you. Well, help Bruce Jenner maybe get some more plastic surgery.
And bran flakes. What does that help you with exactly?
We prefer not to talk about that on here.
Okay.
Yeah. They might not get back in time for the second half.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So you might not want to have bran flakes and coffee just yet.
Not just
until
yet.
This game is done.
Yes.
So with that, we're going to let you guys go. This is Bob Noxious for McGilla Gorilla. We're at the MRDA Gateway to the Best, the championships, and we'll be back shortly.